As she lined up on the starting block, it seemed unlikely that she was going to win, but Yusra Mardini was racing for much more than an Olympic medal. When Yusra learnt to swim at 4 years old, she was a natural, and before long she was competing in races, and she eventually went on to represent Syria at the World Swimming Championships when she was only 14 years old. It was just one more step closer to her ultimate goal of eventually competing at the Olympics. However, even while competing against the world's best, it was hard to ignore what was happening at home. The Syrian civil war had erupted just 1 year earlier, and as the conflict broke out and eventually crept closer and closer to Yusra's home, her family tried to maintain some sense of normalcy, but that soon became impossible when the fighting came to their front door. So, in 2015, Yusra and her sister Sarah finally made the difficult decision to leave their home country. And before long, they were setting off on a brutal 25-day journey with 18 other people all crammed into a 6-person dinghy. However, during the journey, when the engine on the dinghy failed just as they were finally starting to draw close to land, Yusra, Sarah, and 2 others leapt into the freezing cold water, swimming next to the dinghy and dragging their people to safety. And after 3 agonizing hours of swimming in the dark, frigid ocean, at last, they spotted land. Once they made it to shore, Yusra and Sarah traveled to Germany, where they settled as refugees. Despite the harrowing experience, it didn't hamper Yusra's love for swimming. If anything, it made her fall in love with the sport even more. Yusra soon joined a local swimming club and returned to training once again, hoping that one day soon she could return home and represent Syria in the Olympics. However, as the months went on and as she started settling into life in Germany, it became clear that she wasn't going back. But just when she thought that her Olympic dreams had been destroyed, that's when Yusra discovered a new team that would be making their debut at the 2016 Rio Olympics, the IOC Refugee Olympic Team. At first, Yusra ignored the opportunity. She still didn't really identify herself as a refugee. She was Syrian. However, her coach eventually convinced her to apply for the team, and she became one of just 10 athletes who were chosen to participate. And as the athletes walked into Rio to a standing ovation, it was only then that Yusra realized she wasn't just there to compete. She was there to be a voice for refugees just like her.
I really miss Damascus. I want everyone to think of their dreams, because a lot of people there forgot their dreams.
Yusra competed in the 100-meter butterfly and she won her first heat. She was selected to carry the refugee team flag at the 2020 Olympics. Netflix made a movie about her life, and she continues to inspire countless people all around the world without even needing to win an Olympic medal.